Hi, my name is Nicole Mullen, and I am an undergraduate researcher at the University of Oregon, working with Professor Caroline Lundquist, researching philosophy with children teaching methods. So, major events like the Black Lives Matter movement and COVID-19 catalyze a need for teaching methods that foster critical thinking and curiosity in K-12 classrooms. Philosophy for and with children, P4wC, is what I'll call it for the rest of this presentation, is a potential educational tool to address this need. It is important to note that P4wC is not teaching the history of philosophy to K-12 students. Throughout my research, I asked the questions, what is the current state of P4wC and what are its applications in K-12 education in light of major events like Black Lives Matter movement and COVID-19? I've conducted interviews with more than 20 educators and P4wC instructors from around the world, asking questions about the evolution of P4wC, its origins, current applications, and of course, its relevance to major events. I also analyzed current scholarship on P4wC, focusing on themes of equity and public responsibility. Finally, I researched applications of P4wC in real-world and virtual settings, using substantial resources from programs in Hawaii and from the University of Washington. With my hours of interviews and literature research, I compiled a database of P4wC info and literature for students, educators, and academics. This literature analysis, paired with the hours of interviews and testimonials, informed my creation of 4 distinct discussion curricula geared toward 5th graders that focused on Black Lives Matter and COVID-19 themes. The curricula addressed themes of personal freedom, the public good, personal responsibility, equity, and power. I distributed these curricula as well as the database to a local 4J teacher. Throughout my research, I also worked to define P4wC. P4wC is a student-led discussion facilitation with the goals to nurture wonder, foster critical thinking, and disrupt traditional power dynamics between teacher and student. P4wC, done well, is characterized by a strong, intellectually safe community that is aware of power dynamics, of understanding the 4 pillars of community, inquiry, philosophy, and reflection, and most importantly, by questions generated by the students themselves. In terms of its application in a crisis, most experts agree that it is not particularly important to practice P4wC in light of COVID-19 and Black Lives Matter. Instead, P4wC should be a tool consistently integrated into teaching, because times of crisis are not the only time children are questioning. These crises do bring up certain themes, however, which can be powerful jumping off points for philosophical discussion. P4wC could help children deal with uncertainty and ambiguity because it simply gives them a space to express their wonders and share their thoughts with other children. However, one would caution the characterization of P4wC as a therapeutic method. Another interesting finding in my research is that these educational methods do function in a virtual setting. While Zoom and similar video conference technology is less than ideal, educators I spoke with note that Zoom inquiries with children give a surprising amount of intimacy. Over Zoom, there is a release from the physical power dynamics of a classroom and plenty of lively discussion, especially when tools like breakout rooms are used. Important takeaways from this research is that children are naturally curious, imaginative, and most importantly, capable of philosophical thought. These tendencies should be nurtured with the implementation of P4wC methods as an educational tool. This is even more pressing as citizens are increasingly asked to critically evaluate complex ethical issues in society. Thank you.